Jen is a 25-year-old female and she presents to the clinic unable to move her upper arms and her lower legs. A full workup is done, no abnormalities are seen. However, when further questioned, she reports an argument with physical violence involving her girlfriend that occurred this morning. And since this morning is when she hasn't been able to move her upper arms and lower legs. So does anyone know what diagnosis this is? Well, this case illustrates something called conversion disorder. Why? Well, it's a disorder in which the individual experiences one or more neurological symptoms that cannot be explained by any medical or neurological disorder. So basically, as a result of the fight with the girlfriend, she's kind of taken this experience and now she has neurological symptoms as a result. In terms of risk factors or epidemiology for conversion disorder, well, it's seen more frequently in young women. It's seen more commonly amongst lower socioeconomic class, rural populations, low IQs, and military personnel. Commonly associated with passive-aggressive, dependent, antisocial, and histrionic personality disorder. Typical presenting symptoms may be the following: one or more neurological symptoms which affects voluntary or sensory functioning, must have psychological factors associated with the onset or exacerbation of the symptoms, mutism, blindness, and paralysis are the most common symptoms. When it affects the sensory system, you may get anesthesia or paraesthesia, so it basically means numbness or tingling. When it affects the motor system, you can get abnormal movements, gait disturbances, weakness, paralysis, tics, jerks. Patients may model their behaviour on someone who is important to them. So how do we treat these patients? Well, psychotherapy to establish a caring relationship with the treater has focusing on stress and coping skills can really help. Briefly monthly visits as well with partial physical examinations can help. So let's look at another case. Miley is an 18-year-old singer and she presents to the doctor convinced she has bladder cancer. She reports constant abdominal pain that doesn't go away. She has seen doctors numerous times and she's told there's nothing wrong with her. She doesn't believe them, but she thinks that you can help her because she knows 100% there's something wrong with her. Do you know what diagnosis this is? This case illustrates illness anxiety disorder. It's a disorder characterized by the patient's belief that he or she has some specific disease, despite constant reassurance that the patient's beliefs still remain the same. Symptoms must occur for greater than 6 months. In terms of risk factors or epidemiology of the illness anxiety disorder, men and women are affected equally. The most common onset is between the ages of 20 and 30. Typical presenting symptoms may be the following: preoccupation with disease. Preoccupation persists despite constant reassurance by physicians. The belief is not delusional. The preoccupation affects the individual's level of functioning. Duration is of at least 6 months. And how do we treat illness anxiety disorder? Well, psychotherapy to help relieve stress and help cope with the illness. Frequent, regularly scheduled visits to patient's medical doctor helps as well. So let's look at another case. Shawned is a 23-year-old woman and she refuses to leave the house because she believes she's ugly and people will judge and laugh at her. She believes she is deformed and hideous. When you meet Shawned, she is an attractive young female with no abnormalities of note. Do you know what the diagnosis is?
Guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you like this video if you like it. If you don't like it, then do unlike. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please share this channel with others as well.